Welcome to another episode of the Critics Collective. It's good to be back. I am Legacy Lingo, and I have here the Dad Panther, Mr. Destiny, with us today. And now we're going to actually discuss with you guys, giving you the second half of the season, part 2 of The Secret Level, which is an Amazon original series. We already have the first 7 episodes that we briefly discussed. You can go check that out. The review is available. And now we're going to talk about the remaining 7 or 8 episodes to complete the season. Now, if you're still not sure what Secret Level is, it's original stories set within the worlds of iconic video games, and they're featured in this animated anthology series available on Prime Video. Okay. Now, before we get started, I do want to ask you guys, if you enjoy the content that we're creating for you, please hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit the alert button, join the collective community. Every interaction helps this page grow. All right. So, moving into the second half of the season, I don't think we really need to talk initial impressions. If you want that, you can go watch the first one and realize that it was a mind-blowing experience for me. Mind-blowing experience. With that said, the second half of the season hit me a little different. But I would like to start with you, Dad Panther. Why don't you go ahead and tell me how you felt about it?
How I felt about it was, the negatives. I'll start at the bottom, my pros and cons. The cons I would have would be, you wanted more of it. You just wanted more storytelling. And it's quick, and so it doesn't feel like it's too time consuming. And when there's an episode that doesn't hit, and there's some that just didn't hit for me, no matter how detailed they were, and I understood the story, it just wasn't enough for me to grab, my attention. So some of that was the issue. I would say, it was negative because it kept making me think of bigger stories I wanted to hear, from Destiny's universe to the Division or Final Fantasy. And we've seen amazing cutscenes over the years. I mean, even, playing Freddy versus Jason, or I think it was Jason, Friday the 13th, something like that. And the Goonies, where it was like 8-bit, and we saw those cutscenes, and it was, I wanted to see that. So my brain kept running to stuff like that after Mega Man and stuff. The pros, I would say, was it was bite-sized. Once again, because it's bite-sized, you don't feel bad missing it, similar to What If. Check out that review coming soon. For stuff like that, where you get little small stuff, I think is great. And the moments that really got me was the Odyssey. Odyssey. I thought that was a great story. And Concord. And the interesting thing about Concord was that one, if you're not a gamer, it was a top of the line. Like, they spent money and years on this game only for it to literally come out and get canceled by the manufacturer and say, hey, look, this just isn't working. And so this almost didn't make the episodes, and the team worked so hard on it, so they let it go. But that's the thing about gaming. Sometimes a game doesn't see the light of day. And that's my highs and lows.
Very, very well said. Very well said. When I said that this was actually, it hit different for me, this second half I felt like was underwhelming. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I've been running this through my mind. I'm not sure if it's because when I watched the first season, I did not know it was based on actual content, games that existed. I felt like they were ripping it off, which you'll see in the review. And then when I realized that it was based on that, and they were giving us these classic, or these high value games, and giving us these high stories or potential that we may get more of in the future, I was super excited. So then my anticipation, I may have did it to myself. My anticipation for the second half, because I really loved those first 7 episodes. Even Pac-Man, even though it was super disgusting. Okay. I really loved those first 7 episodes. So when I started watching the second half, Mega Man, I was feeling, I was like, okay, here we go. But then everything after that, it just started going down for me. I did love the Exodus Odyssey story. It was heartwarming. It touched me. But it just basically, every story after that was just kind of, I found myself wondering how many minutes I had left, because I wanted the next one to be better. And I don't know if I did that to myself, or if they knew that they were falling off, and that's why they broke it up. They gave us the best they had in the first 7 to make sure we pushed all the way through the next 7 or the next 8 episodes. So, yeah, I mean, I did love the very last one with all the cameos for the PlayStation Network, for the Sony World. Because
Kevin Hart on the voice,
guy, and Kevin Hart on the voice. I like that. I valued it. But again, these, they just weren't as powerful to me. The storytelling, the stories, the shorts. Um, I like I said, checking my watch, didn't really care if that got that story continued. Those first 7 episodes, I actually I'm still wondering, are we gonna get more of that? Is there gonna be put into a game or are they gonna turn it into a series? I'm anticipating growth from that. What I got in the second half, I was like, okay, that's past, that's cool. All right, what's next? But not, I wasn't invested to see like, is that gonna grow? Because it just didn't hold me. And if you guys have a difference of opinion, I respect it. Just let us know in the comments, and we can have that discussion. We can have that discussion. But it was definitely underwhelming for me. But I'm hearing that there's already a second season
Mm-hmm.
in the works, so I am definitely going to show up for that, and keep my fingers crossed that they bring me back to the glory I had with the first 7 episodes. That's how I feel.
Sounds
All
good.
right. Yeah. So let's, even though we did rate the first 7 episodes, let's go ahead and rate these episodes as well. Our ratings, we use the accolade system. We have 5. All right. The Critics Collective Accolades 5 is excellent, a must watch, highly recommended for all viewers. 4, good, worth watching, but has notable flaws. 3 accolades, average, some enjoyable moments, but lacks significant impact. 2 accolades, below average, some redeeming qualities, but generally disappointing. 1 accolade, poor quality, not recommended, and 0 accolades, horrible, absolute trash, like Venom, Save the Last Dance, and Craven. All right, so
Sony is never ever gonna give us free tickets to anything. Listen, Sony AMC, listen, it's a rare review. Don't judge us. We don't all speak for the whole collective group.
That is my personal opinion. Please don't hold everybody else accountable to how I feel about your horrible Spider-Verse without the Spider-Man. All right, so
why doesn't he like us? That's what Venom would be saying.
With his goofy voice that they got in the cinematic universe. Oh man. Anyway, rest in peace, Tony Todd, who was the best Venom voice in the Spider-Man 2 video game. All right, so Dad Panther, rating just the second half, sir. How many accolades would you give it?
I want to give it a 2, but there were some lights that I saw that I enjoyed, and so I'm going to give it a 3. It made me question, like you said before, like just like with music, you look at it and say if they reordered some of the sounds or some of the episodes, what would we think if you would have gave us the second half first and then bump get us the other one? But you didn't make us pay extra for it most cases, and you didn't have us wait long. It was just a week. And so it made me think of, Black Mirror, Love, Death, Robots. There's some hit and misses, and that's what happens. But it was bite size.
It was bite size. It was bite size.
Like going to the mall and getting food court food. I can't be mad at the free samples I picked up.
You can't be mad that they didn't satisfy you. It's just.
I'll take three of those toothpicks. Let me get 3 of those. And they know I'm not buying that. I'm leaving.
Right. And you walk around the corner, take your hat off, come back and grab another 3, like you're somebody different. Yeah, they don't care. They just need to get rid of them. That's their job. But anyway.
Now that when you say it like that just slid that in there, and I'm nodding until like, no. You about to have the food inspectors come for us. Bob's Burger.
Yeah, I know. I'm on one today. For me, I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a 2. I'm gonna give it a 2. It was definitely underwhelming. The first 2, the Mega Man and the Odyssey, I was feeling it. And I'm not even a Mega Man fan, so for them to get me to be shaking my head like, okay, Mega Man, I see you. You know what I'm saying? That the kudos to them. And then the Odyssey was good. And it's a slow, yeah. And I did get to see my boy Kratos at the end, but that wasn't enough for me. And I'm a God of War fanatic. So anyway, I'm gonna have to give it a 2. You gave it a 3. I think that's fair. If you guys getting a chance to watch the entire season, I think it's 15 episodes total. Let us know which episode was your favorite. Let us know was your least favorite. Let us know if we were mistaken about the way we felt about the first half versus second half. I really want to have that discussion with you guys and have that interaction. And I do want to also ask, if you're still enjoying what we're putting out, make sure you hit the thumbs up, hit the alert button, hit the subscribe button, and continue to drop comments. Every interaction helps this page grow. All right. So Secret Level, now available on Prime Video. You can actually watch it all if you haven't yet, from 1 to 15. And you may have a better experience just zipping on through there. I don't know. Maybe the magic from the first one will still be hanging on to you by the time you get to episode 15, and you'll feel
here's a cheat code. Listen, play the episodes backwards. It's like Mario. It's like Mario where you jump behind the screen and you go. No, just I know it's gonna be more buttons you got to press, but this is the secret level that only we can give you. Watch it backwards,
that is,
and you'll see why it goes from a 2 or 3 to a 5.
Level. Cheat code to the secret level. Watch it backwards from 15 down to 1, and you will be thanking the Dad Panther for that. I can't wait to see those comments where they thank you, man. All right, so this is another episode of the Critics Collective. Again, secret level available on Prime Video. I'm Legacy Lingo, and this is the Dad Panther, and we will see you guys on the next one.